Okay, so let's dive right in. For years, we've all been told that learn to code is the golden ticket.
Mm.
But looking at all this research, that advice feels a little dated now. It seems like we're seeing a new archetype emerge, the AI power user.
It's a huge shift. We're moving out of what you could call the chatbot era, where you just ask a question and get text back.
Right.
And we're entering the era of doing engines.
Moving from generation to actual execution. So the mission for this deep dive is basically to build a business in a box using these tools with, and this is the key, zero code.
Exactly. And for that, you need a worker. So first up is Manus AI. The sources are calling this the doing engine because it actually escapes the chat box.
What do you mean?
It takes over your browser, it opens tabs, clicks the buttons, saves files, sends emails for you.
Okay, that example in the notes was wild. The deep customer process, it took a lead gen task that normally takes hundreds of hours.
And it finished it in 22 minutes
Hmm.
because it's physically doing the work.
So if Manus is the worker, what's Make.com?
Make is the plumbing. It's the infrastructure in the background connecting all your different apps, so the data just flows automatically without a human touching it.
And if you need an actual app built from scratch,
That's lovable. You literally just give it a transcript of what you want the tool to do, and it builds it.
wow. But you need rules before you can automate anything.
And that's Trainual. It takes all your messy notes, your videos, your voice memos, and it turns them into formal standard operating procedures. It basically writes the manual for the robots you just hired.
Okay, so we've built the machine. Now let's talk about cloning the human. Content is always the bottleneck.
Well, Gamma seems to solve that whole death by PowerPoint problem. You give it raw notes, and it just spits out a polished slide deck.
And for video, Descript has completely changed the game. I use this actually.
This text-based editing, right?
Yeah, you just delete a word in the transcript and it cuts that exact frame from the video
Yeah.
and even takes out all the ums and ahs automatically.
You pair that with 11 labs for voice cloning, and you don't even need to be in the room to read a script.
And for the writing itself, there's Claude. What I'm hearing is that it's just a better copywriter for things like emails and landing pages that need to sound, human.
It is. And if you take that to the extreme, you get Buddy Pro. It ingests all your content, your writing, your voice, your rules, and it creates a digital twin of you
Could do what?
to answer client questions 24/7 exactly the way you would. And you can even use tools like membership.io to monetize all that content.
It's almost sci-fi. And I see ChatGPT's on here too, but for a very specific use.
Right, not for chatting, for building lesson plans to train your human staff on how to use all these other tools.
So you've cloned yourself, you've trained your team. Now let's talk about money, revenue activation.
This is all about plugging the leaks in the bucket. The big one is Alley. It identifies anonymous people who visit your website but don't buy, so you can actually reach them later.
And Revio does the same thing, but for social media DMs, right? It consolidates everything so you don't miss leads.
Exactly. And if you really want to dig into your network, Social Sweep analyzes your contacts and calendars to find connections you didn't even know you had.
Then there's the found money tool, Revly.
Yeah, it just automatically recovers failed credit card payments for subscription businesses. It's revenue you already earned.
Okay, this one is interesting. Your Atlas. It's for like plumbers and HVAC techs?
Yes, it's a 24/7 AI voice agent. It actually answers the phone, qualifies the lead, and books the job right on the calendar. So the owner never misses a call because they were, under a sink.
That's a huge deal for small businesses. So let's talk about the brains of the operation.
Right. Finding information gets hard as you scale. ChatAid plugs into Slack and acts like your company's internal brain or search engine.
And for the numbers, you have Precision. It gives you a daily prescription telling you exactly which metrics you need to fix that day.
Which pairs perfectly with Hero Finance and Frank AI. They basically act as fractional CFOs, analyzing your cash flow to find savings opportunities way faster than a person could.
And that seems to be the common thread here, the perception cap. The client sees the result and assumes it took a huge team weeks to do.
But really, it was one person in a few minutes with this tool stack. That's the leverage.
It is.